In the heart of the dense forest lay an abandoned village called Duskwood, shrouded in an eerie silence that sent shivers down the spine of anyone who dared to venture near. Stories of its haunting began years ago when the villagers vanished overnight, leaving behind their homes as if frozen in time. A group of curious urban explorers, led by the fearless Sarah, decided to uncover the truth behind the village's unsettling history. Armed with cameras and a mix of trepidation and excitement, they set foot on the overgrown path that led to Duskwood. The air grew cooler as the trees loomed overhead, blocking out the sunlight, and a feeling of unease settled upon the group. As they stepped into the village, they found it as if the villagers had vanished just yesterday. Tables were set for meals, clothes hung out to dry, yet there was no sign of life. The group began documenting their findings, capturing the eerie scene on camera. But as dusk approached, strange occurrences started. Shadows danced on the walls, whispering voices echoed in the air, and footsteps could be heard just beyond their line of sight. The group's skepticism waned as fear took hold. Sarah's camera captured fleeting glimpses of ghostly figures in the corners of frames. Mark, a skeptical member of the group, felt a cold hand brush against his cheek when no one was nearby. Panic began to set in. That night, huddled together in one of the abandoned houses, they recounted the village's history. A century ago, Duskwood had been a thriving community until a mysterious plague claimed the villagers' lives. The group speculated that the souls of the departed still lingered, trapped in a time loop of despair. With every passing hour, the supernatural activity escalated. Objects moved on their own, and the group found scratch marks on the walls spelling out chilling warnings. Their attempts to leave were thwarted by an inexplicable mist that surrounded the village, seemingly binding them to its cursed grounds. Sarah, driven by a determination to break the curse, delved into the village's archives. She uncovered an ancient journal that spoke of a ritual that could appease the spirits and release them from their torment. Assembling the necessary items, the group prepared to conduct the ritual in hopes of finding release. In the dead of night, surrounded by the village's chilling aura, they performed the ritual. Candles flickered, and an otherworldly wind swept through the village. The air grew tense as a sense of impending doom washed over them. Just when dark crept in, the mist began to dissipate, and a spectral figure appeared before them. The ghostly figure, a woman dressed in tattered clothing, reached out her hand. As Sarah held it, she felt a surge of emotion, sorrow, pain, but also gratitude. The figure's form shimmered before slowly dissipating into the air. With her departure, the village seemed to exhale a collective sigh, and the supernatural occurrences ceased. As the first rays of dawn broke through the trees, the group felt an indescribable peace settling over Duskwood. The curse had been broken, and the souls of the villagers had finally found rest. With a mix of relief and awe, the explorers left the village, forever changed by their encounter with the supernatural.